fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.
What's up, Wikimaniacs? My name is Josh Shell. You're a Friday host with the most. Is that how that goes? No?
You rhyming now?
The most assholes, I believe, actually, is what I have every week. So
How many assholes do you have?
That's not good, my friend.
depends on the week. It's your judgment how many assholes I have. So
God.
But of course, I am joined by my amazing co-hosts, John Consignato and Sean Salvino. What is up, guys?
Hello. Can you tell which one is which now, Wikimaniacs?
Sean is the one that looks like he's in a Twilight movie.
I was going to say in like a dream sequence or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently people can't tell us apart, and I mean, that's okay.
That's all right.
I'm okay with
fine.
being confused with Sean
So
and John.
really, truly, it's like all the times that Josh gets thirst comments. It really could be any one of us. You know what I mean?
That's
could
true.
be.
They're
Any
just
one
confused.
of us. Everyone's just confused. We're all equally sexy, I guess.
But that alternatively, that means also any of your comments are also attributed to John and I, Sean.
yeah,
True.
since all of my comments are about my micro D, that's fine.
True. Shit. I got the bad end of this bargain. But of course, we have Am I the Asshole stories to get to. So
Yes.
on today's episode, we have a listener whose ex thinks they cheated, a girlfriend is too touchy, a mom goes for a joyride, brothers exchange harsh words, a woman sleeps in a different hotel room than her husband,
Oh.
and then for our Patreon exclusive stories, that's right, I said stories. Stories. Because we hit our Patreon goal, and going forward, Patreon listeners can expect 2 bonus Am I the Asshole stories every week. The stories this week are about a brother who tells his sister-in-law that he told her so. And
That sounds so childish.
Got him.
got him. And a misogynistic man can't believe a woman would like anime.
Oh, what's wrong with anime?
No, he probably likes anime. And he's like, well, no girl can like anime. You're a girl.
Oh, you can host this, Sean. You know exactly.
It's the same shit with like comic books and like when girls are like, I've seen like a Twitter exchange where like some guy's trying to roast a girl for liking comics. She's like, I literally wrote this comic.
Jesus.
I was like, oh shit, get roasted.
Yeah, I've heard it with like Star Wars or anything like that as well, where they're like, oh, well, in this exact timestamp what happens on screen. And it's like, okay, dude. Like,
I hate gatekeepers. They piss me off.
I know, it's ridiculous. So anyway, if you want to hear that story or the other Patreon exclusive story and get ad-free episodes, head on over to patreon.com/cultivate podcast network and sign up today. On top of that, if you're a returning listener, please consider giving us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or you could share the podcast with a friend. And finally, some of our stories today come from listeners just like yourself. And if you'd like to submit your stories for consideration, we have a new subreddit, r/Reddit on Wiki. So not only will you potentially get advice on the show, you can get advice from other Wikimaniacs like yourself. So that's on subreddit, Reddit on Wiki, once again. However, if you still want to send your story via email for privacy reasons, you can always do so at redditonwikipod@gmail.com. Links to everything are in the show notes. With all of that out of the way, I think we're ready to get into it, unless you guys had any news.
No, just want to say thanks, Wikimaniacs, for the patience. We do have a lot of backlog to get to in terms of requests. So
Yeah.
I know I'm messaging y'all on the side saying like, we'll get to it when we get to it. But thank you for just your patience and waiting for us.
Yeah, John runs the Instagram account. And so I went in there today just looking for some stories, and I was like, holy shit, there's so many.
There's a lot in that general tab, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and the general requests, and then like emails. There's tons of emails as well. So
It's hard to keep up.
it is hard to keep up, and so that's why we've started the subreddit, so that at least if you don't get advice from us, you'll get advice from other Wikimaniacs, or like it's a little more organized there as well. So
Yeah, check out the top post on that subreddit. It's pretty funny.
Please don't.
It's pretty good.
it's terrible. We might have to ban that user actually.
It's so sus. Sean Hemsworth.
It's
Yeah.
like the most upvoted post, but then you guys say it's horrible. Like that doesn't really make sense. It's kind of contradicts, but we'll move on.
Yeah. It's the self-promotion aspect. That's illegal on our subreddit, I've decided.
I vote second for that.
Nice. That's 2 out of 3. So
That's overruled.
yeah.
Y'all think I'm Sean Hemsworth? That's ridiculous.
Well,
Who else would it fucking be?
A fan. They like the jokes.
that's true. Could be.
You know, a lot of fans do like your $25 bid, Sean. So you know what? I'll give you some credit for that.
My
Yeah.
Venmo knows.
I still haven't seen any of that,
We
Sean.
haven't seen shit. What the
Well, I haven't
fuck?
seen the YouTube money. I was waiting for you to send, so then I could send.
Oh, okay. So we're just sending each other money. Okay.
Yeah,
But I win that deal because I'm sending you Canadian money. You're sending me American money. So
I know, but that's how generous I am.
that's true. You are generous, and
Very giving lover.
he's a
what Sean
giving
is.
lover. Yeah. We'll find out on the couples episode whenever we do that.
Ooh.
The answer is yes.
Nice.
Not the size, but the motion of. I'm just
Hell
kidding.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right. So let's hop into the very first story for today. So this one is listener submitted via email. Am I the asshole for letting my ex think I cheated? So
For letting my ex think I cheated.
yeah. So
Huh.
not saying they cheated, just letting them think that they cheated.
Okay.
So,
Any
It's-
more?
I don't know why you would do that, but I guess I'm about to find out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's reasons. Let's get into it. So, about 2 months ago now, I broke up with my ex. They address them as ex. We had a sort of a tumultuous relationship. He would say or do a lot of mean things, including putting me down in front of my friends. In October, he physically assaulted a dear friend of mine. And in my opinion, that's when the feelings ended. That should have been probably when the relationship ended too, I think.
Yeah.
True.
But I stayed through his mental health issues, etc., as I felt it would be wrong to leave him vulnerable. But I was basically shut down for the last several months of the relationship. So on to the actual breakup. I had just gotten out of a mental health PHP, which is partial hospitalization programs, and thus my triggers from the years prior to the relationship were a little amped up. I was dealing the best I could and hoped X could understand that I needed the extra stability. He did not understand. On May 19th, the anniversary of a family friend's death, no less, he announced that his friend D was coming to stay the night after the concert that was taking place a couple blocks away. I was not thrilled. D is big and loud, and he's going to be drunk. Sounds like a big D. Or a micro D. I don't know.
What about a big D that has a micro D? How about that?
There you go. Compensating, maybe.
Yes.
A lot of negative connotation on micro Ds, and I'm just not going to stand for it.
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. It's when you compensate for having it, I guess.
There it
Yes.
is.
Is the issue. These things make me nervous and hit my triggers as I am coming from a very rough past. I have a grade school friend, Y, they/them, who I'd reconnected with and was a huge support to me recently. And I asked as soon as I found out D was coming over if they wouldn't mind scooping me out of the house if I got overwhelmed. And they agreed. I brought up why I was upset, i.e. D coming over, to X, and X got up in arms and we had a fight like always. I got upset and texted Y asking if I could come watch a movie to cool down as I was in panic mode. And X shut down and went out to get some air. Y agreed and I called an Uber to go to their house and just cool down. I intended to be back very soon and communicated this with X. When I was leaving, X got home and told me not to come back that night and to have fun with him. And just, they go by they, them. So obviously just a shot at them. Then he slammed the door in my face and almost on my fingers. I went to Y's house and we watched a movie until I fell asleep as X said not to come home. The next day, my friend M, she, her, came and picked me up from Y's house because I wasn't ready to see X. X had been texting me all morning very aggressively about staying with Y and accusing me of cheating, and I finally got fed up and said we were done. I can't take it anymore. I'll be by to pick up my overnight bag, then cut off the conversation. He continued in text saying awful things like he was at his mental breaking point, etc., until we got to the house. I had fully intended to explain that nothing happened with Y when X cooled down. When M and I got to the house, X was in full rage mode, screaming obscenities and to get my shit and leave. So I got my shit and left. I didn't want to engage with him like that, and he always gets like that. I also never explained that nothing happened, and now X is convinced that Y and I cheated. So am I the asshole?
That's like a long list just to say no. I think let him think what he wants to think.
Yeah.
I mean, you sound like you didn't want to be there anyway, so it's kind of just like an easy out.
True.
So yeah, I mean, it's if you don't care about what he thinks about you, then by all means, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
What about you,
I'm gonna
John?
go with not the asshole either, but I'm also gonna add that the whole situation just sucks. You know,
Yeah.
I just feel like the guy is going through some mental stuff, and of course the OP is as well. But there's like a limit to where you can. I'm not saying that it's an excuse, like, hey, I'm having mental health issues for you to be like act like an asshole like that or physically assault someone. But I mean, that could be a contributing factor. But at this point, there seems to be no salvaging the relationship, you know. And what Sean said, sometimes you just got to cut your losses, and it seems like you guys are not compatible. If your ex thinks that you are trifling when you're not, there's no trust in there. And that's like the basic foundation of relationships. So I think there's just no coming back from that, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you guys pretty much said it all, but I don't think it matters what he thinks because,
yeah,
I mean, he sounds like a piece of shit anyway. So presumably, if any of your friends overlap, they'll understand and they'll know the truth if you tell them. So yeah, not the asshole. Like Sean said, it sounds like a great way to get out of a toxic relationship.
Yep.
So that's fine. And they can think what you want. They want. You know who you are and you know what you've done. And so you have no guilt. You know what kind of person you are. And that's all that matters, right?
X for a reason. So that's lesson learned and move on.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like what do you call it? Whenever Kanye was going through he's always going through his thing, but it's like the mental health issues and stuff.
Yeah.
It's the same energy. Like however you feel about Kanye and his mental health and how he treats people around, it's probably the same with however you feel about this guy. Probably even worse about this guy because he didn't make classics such as, College Dropout, Graduation, 808s and Heartbreak, you know what I mean?
It's been a long time since we've talked Kanye.
Yeah, yeah, not since we've been popular have I talked
Pre-fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, mental health is not an excuse to act like a piece of shit to someone. So no matter what he's going through, he should realize that he can't do that to people. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are times when you're going through a rough patch and you have a bad day or something like that, but it sounds like he's having a bad life. So, which is tough, but you're not responsible for trying to get him back on the straight and
I hope the guy and the OP like finds healing within themselves, having to fight personal demons like that. It's rough and it takes a toll on, of course, your mental and your physical like well-being. So I don't know, like to me, like I just wish healing for every party involved, and like we all mentioned, just move on, and hopefully it's a lesson learned and life goes on,
100%. So keeping the tradition of no listener assholes. We did have that 1 week when Sean wasn't here where
close. We just said they sucked. Yeah.
Everyone sucked. Yeah. In that one.
Yeah.
So sorry you missed that one, Sean.
I'd be so mad if you do the first listener asshole and I'm not here.
It was close too.
It was very close.
We were like, no, we can't do it without Sean. But we'll move on to the next story that also is listener submitted via email. Am I the asshole for asking my girlfriend to tone down on how often she touches me?
I'll say, that could be an issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have your preference.
Yeah.
And
Everybody has boundaries.
Comfort level. Yeah.
Sure.
Like if you're not comfortable about something and you address it to your significant other, I think they should respect that.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into it to get some more details. So I, 23, and my girlfriend, 24 female, have been together for 4 years now. For the sake of privacy, we'll call her Elle. Elle and I have had an interesting relationship as we've been through many mental rough patches, but have always pulled through. We work at the same place where we met and have even moved in together. However, we have one huge personality difference that causes many problems. I grew up in a small family of an older brother, 14 years my senior, and was raised by a single mother my entire life. My mother had a harsh upbringing and didn't learn how to be very affectionate, as she was not really shown. Growing up, say if you wanted a hug from mom, you had to ask if it was okay. You didn't hold her hand crossing the street, no kisses goodbye when you left for school, none of it. My girlfriend grew up, however, in a very affectionate house. Both parents, 2 younger brothers, with her mom always hugging her kids or holding hands to cross the street. So we are very polar opposites. You can see where this is going. My girlfriend tends to just consistently need some form of touch, whether it's a hug, holding hands, kisses, whatever. Even at home, if I'm working on something for class or drawing. She will lean on my shoulder or lay her legs across my lap, something to be in constant attachment. This overwhelms me and causes me to usually feel uncomfortable. It's not at all that I don't love her or want to be with her, but her presence in a room is enough to make me happy. Otherwise, I can end up feeling smothered at times. We have talked about this, which always ends with us both getting upset. She gets upset saying I'm an asshole and that I'm being selective or inconsistent when I ask her to stop, while I say she isn't fully understanding of me or forgets that I wasn't raised in a very affectionate household. Her resolution is always, I won't touch you at all then, which is always in a punishing tone. I don't mind the concept of touch, but just at my own pace or with the question of some form of consent first. I feel misunderstood while she feels like I'm being ridiculous and rude. So am I the asshole?
I'm gonna go with no, and I don't think your girlfriend is intending to be an asshole either. I think this is a perfect opportunity for you both to possibly seek couples therapy. Because there's such a varying upbringing where one is more like very affectionate while the other one isn't. I think it's a good time to be able to sit down with a third party and kind of just go through some of the things that you guys can be comfortable with together. And it seems like there's a lot of misunderstanding of each other's love languages as well, and
Yeah.
I just think being able to sit down and actually speak to that, and someone who is trained professional to understand like the whys and the more nuances of why you're feeling a certain way. I think you guys can, it seems like you have a healthy relationship. It's just that one barrier that's stopping you from having the relationship you truly deserve with each other.
Right. Which is a big barrier if you think
It
about
is.
it. Like touch is constant.
It's a big deal for a lot of people. Yeah.
Exactly. And hi Ringo.
Ringo.
Yeah, Ringo's always touching me. So
Without consent?
yeah, she doesn't even ask for it. She just jumps on me.
Rude.
So I don't think either of you are the assholes either necessarily, but it is going to be a tough thing to get over. Like if that's her love language, that's a tough one to get around.
Yeah.
And that just might be like 4 years is a long time. So I don't want to say just, break up. I think I'd go with John's route first to be like, see
Try
if we
something
can,
first. Yeah. Salvage it first,
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with couples therapy and it can help. So I think I agree with John on this one. You might have to try a third party, but if that doesn't work, then I don't know. I have a hard time seeing it working out. You know what I mean? Like that is a core part of who you are. If you need to feel touched, to feel loved, and if you don't need to feel, and if you don't want to be touched, that's going to be a tough thing to get over. And I can see where your girlfriend is coming from, feeling hurt by that. Because like if my girlfriend told me that, I'd be like, oh, like that sucks. Because I do enjoy cuddling or holding hands or something like that. And if
The thirst
She was just
comments
like-
are coming.
There it is.
for you, Sean, not
That's all you needed, Josh. You got it.
And so like that would hurt me. And so I understand where she's coming from. But I also grew up in more of a similar household as your girlfriend did. So I don't quite understand where you're coming from, which is fine. Like it's just a different upbringing. So I tried John's route, just see if you guys can make it work.
Yeah.
But yeah. What about you, Sean?
Yeah, 4 years is a long time. So hopefully you guys have talked like deeply about this and like she knows all the facts. Because I know some couples that the guy or the girl aren't very good about talking about like traumatic incidents or whatever. They push things to the side and things like that. So for sure, if you haven't done that, obviously, yeah, really make sure she knows why you're not comfortable with touch, like to the depths of you told us. And if that doesn't work, then yeah, couples therapy seems like the best route. I've never done that or been around. Well, I don't know if I'm sure I've been around couples that have had it, but I'm sure that singles therapy is magic. So I can only imagine couples therapy helps out quite a bit. Yeah. And a good way to propose the idea is going to our merch store and getting a sweater and then you and your girl can match. You know what I mean? So a win-win.
Wow. You're taking our
king.
listeners' trauma and
The king of upselling.
Oh
Sean.
god.
Oh, I apologize. Last time I ever do that. Last time.
We need someone in the group to be able to do that. So Sean, you take the crown for that.
Take the bullet for that one.
Yeah, I'd actually also want to add too. It's like it seems like you both have your priorities and you know like what's important to you. I think a good way too is make touching an interactive thing. Like maybe you guys can set like games or like make it a reward system. Just like
I've hit a jelly bean somewhere on my body.
Yeah, find it. If you find it, I will hug you. It's just find a way to kind of meet halfway. Like if you notice your partner is like wanting a little space, then give them that. And if you notice that and on the flip side, if you see your partner wanting like physical touch, like meet halfway. Like relationships all about compromise. And I'll say this like so many times. I know it's uncomfortable, but sometimes you gotta do things that are uncomfortable to make your partner feel better. So it goes both ways. So if it's distance that you want, just being in their presence, or if it's as small as holding someone's hand or like rubbing their back or something, you just have to find that happy medium and that middle ground for you guys. Because it sounds like you guys have a beautiful relationship. It's just that factor that's kind of eating you guys up.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And like there are tons of different ways you can go about this, where whether you do couples therapy or therapy yourself, just to maybe root out some of the trauma you've experienced. And it's not going to be easy, but neither of you are definitely the assholes. Like that's just
it's not supposed to be easy. Self-discovery is hard as fuck. Like I've gone to so many goddamn sessions and I still don't know who the fuck I am. So
he still thinks he's Sean.
Sometimes I can't even know. I don't even know my name half the time. So
it's a good person to confuse yourself with.
That's true. That's true.
I want to have luscious hair like that. So
looks like Chris Hemsworth.
Yes, Sean Hemsworth.
I don't know who that guy is, but he's pretty cool. I like that guy.
All right. So once again, not the asshole. We wish you guys the best, and hopefully you guys can figure out some sort of solution to that. So
absolutely.
All right, let's move on to the last one before we hit a break. And this one comes from Diana via email or I think it was Instagram actually, now that I think about it. I might have messed up. I think this is Instagram. So Diana sent it via Instagram and it's a Reddit story. So, am I the asshole for telling my mom and stepdad that I don't have to follow their rules if I don't want to?
You said stepmom and stepdad?
Mom and stepdad.
Mom and stepdad?
Yeah.
Tricky. Okay,
how would that work if it was stepmom and stepdad?
I know. I was like, wait, what? See, I haven't eaten all day, guys.
That's a whole nother thing we need to think about.
My brain is all jacked up right now.
Also,
I would say it depends on how old.
Just shoving her head into my chest.
Yes.
Best. I would say it might depend on how old you are.
We'll get into.
Did she say her age?
They do in like the next.
Oh, no. Okay, gotcha.
All right. Let's hear it first.
Yeah. So I, 16-year-old male, am a little confused and would like an outside perspective because I feel like I'm 90% in the right. That's honest. That's on. Like they're like 10%. There could be wrong.
It's asshole-ish already to me. I'm just kidding. Fucking teenagers.
So I am my parents' only child together, but my mom married my stepdad when I was 5, and they ended up having 3 children together. Plus, my stepdad has full custody of his daughter from another relationship. My dad married my stepmom when I was 11, and they had my little sister, a 4-year-old female. Up until 2020, I would spend 2 weeks in each household, but after the pandemic, I opted not to return to my mom's house because I didn't want to be stuck with so many people, especially since I have my own room and I'm rarely asked to babysit and am paid for my time and reserve the right to refuse at my dad's. With my mom, it is expected for me to babysit whenever it is needed because I'm the oldest and it's family duty. My mom didn't like my preference, and when the authorities wouldn't force my dad to send me away, and I...
is it like court order?
Well, I guess like he gets to choose who he wants to be with,
custody.
I guess.
Okay, all right.
Kind of thing. So when the authorities didn't force him to go to his mom's place,
gotcha. Okay.
The mom got repeated calls and messages about how selfish of a person I was. Eventually, when the restrictions eased up, I started coming back, but I could tell everyone was angry at me. When my dad had to travel because of work for 3 days, he and my stepmom decided to stay in that area for longer to make it a family vacation. But since it was out of state, I needed my mom's permission, which she refused. Knowing that my mom would never give me permission to travel outside the state, I told my dad and stepmom just to go, and my dad promised to make it up to me when I turned 18. That kind of sucks. Just to
why
hold your son in the state. Yeah. I had a key to my dad's place, and when I was asleep, my mom and stepdad took it.
Oh.
They went to my dad's place and tried to borrow one of his cars, but when backing out,
Oh, that's not borrowing, bro. That's fucking...
That's stealing.
That's Grand Theft Auto. My God.
Come on. That's some GTA shit, bro.
Oh, holy fuck.
That's crazy. And it gets worse. So when backing out one of the cars, they hit something.
Person.
6 people. No, it wasn't anything too big, but there was a very noticeable mark. My mom woke me up in tears, telling me I needed to take responsibility for it, as my dad might press charges.
Oh, fuck.
Hell no.
Hell no.
She even woke up the rest of my siblings and told them that they may go to foster care unless I do the heroic thing.
Oh my God.
That is some fucked up manipulation. Holy Jesus. I caved and could tell my dad was very upset and lost a lot of trust in me, and that made me mad. When I was back at my mom's, I didn't do any of my chores because I honestly didn't feel like it, and when she and my stepdad tried to punish me, I just gave them attitude and told them as long as they don't want my dad to know what really happened to his car, the rules don't apply to me anymore.
Good.
They were stunned by my response and we got into an argument, and I was called a disrespectful brat. So am I the asshole?
Fuck no.
I think I would just come clean.
I would too.
I hate
Yeah.
when anybody can hold something over me. That I'd rather just be in the wrong, or not even in the wrong in this situation, but like,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
you know,
right.
just like whatever they are blackmailing me over or whatever they think they hold over me, I'd rather just take whatever comes with that.
Yeah.
Just so I'm clear. Yeah, this is fucked. I don't think your dad, if you know the foster thing, I would hope your dad wouldn't like put all those kids in foster care, you know, to sue or whatever. In fact, I don't even know if they would go in foster care if they did.
They won't. They just probably have to pay. Yeah.
Yeah.
They just have to pay. So what the fuck? Yeah. No, fuck this mom. I don't think foster care is an option. Y'all are right.
Yeah,
It's
I doubt
like-
your dad would try and charge them with like
Yeah.
criminal
Just
acts, but they might take them
pay
to
for the
civil
damn
court.
thing. Yeah, pay for the damn thing, like for the repairs.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, so much
oh,
like
yeah.
manipulation from the mom's side. It sucks too because the son is trying to act like the most mature out of in this situation, which is
Yeah.
a sad thing. It's like, one, you have to ask for permission to even like we said go out of the country or like travel pretty much.
Just out of the state.
Out of the state.
out of the state. See, that's
Yeah.
fucked up. Like, why are you gonna rob your kid from an experience to like, you know, venture out somewhere? And they're gonna be with their dad, so it's not like they're
Yeah.
in
and what
danger.
and what if they live in a shitty state like Utah, right, Sean? They want to get
Yeah,
out.
fucking fuck Utah, bro. BYU, fuck that place.
Oh my god, Zach Wilson just got injured, bro. Like every time
Oh,
we talk
no.
shit about it. yeah. it's
so
just- go ahead,
that-
Josh.
Oh, I was just gonna agree with most of what you guys said. That like it is fucked up that your mom is this childish and like is willing to
Right.
go to these lengths to get you in trouble with your dad so she doesn't go to jail or whatever she
She
thought
don't
it was
want to
gonna
fucking
happen.
pay. She just don't want to
Yeah.
pay.
That's
And that's
bullshit.
That's something that you shouldn't learn from that side of your family.
Yes.
Like not taking accountability. That's just, you're just setting yourself up or your son up to be someone who's not accountable for their actions. What kind of an
Yeah.
adult doesn't take responsibility for the shit that they did? That's a horrible way to teach your kids how to go on about things.
Exactly.
Also,
I mean,
I wonder what the end game was at all. Like, why would you take you drove
Someone's
you know,
car.
I presume you drove there and then
Yeah.
got in another car. Like, what?
no, they walked over it.
Maybe.
I don't know. Yeah, that's just wild. I wouldn't even like, to be honest, I would almost cut like that side off for a little bit just to be like,
Yep.
and tell your dad the truth. To be honest, I mean, he might not believe you at this point now, but at least you can try and mend that bridge between your dad and you. And then,
Just be like, hey, I have fingerprints on these keys. We can fucking CSI this shit.
yeah, just dust it for
Dust
fingerprints
it.
or something.
Wow.
Yeah. You've been watching too much CSI, Sean.
I've actually never seen an episode.
Oh, what the
Damn.
fuck?
Okay.
Oh, I have watched. Me and my siblings used to be super into NCIS. Shout out
Oh.
Agent Gibbs.
Yeah. Great TV show. Yeah. What was that? Tony? Was that the other guy's name?
Oh, D'Angelo or something.
D'Angelo. Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Ziva. Oh,
Great show.
what a time.
Yeah. So not the asshole.
Yeah, come clean with your dad for sure.
For
Yeah.
sure.
And maybe hang out with him a bit more than your mom because it sounds like he might be a better role model. So
Yeah, there's just some people that are worth snitching on. So
What I would do
your
also
mom's
do
one of them.
is
Yeah.
look up the law and like find the facts and then present to all of your half siblings on your mom's side. Be like, you're just fucking crazy. Get out when you can.
no, tell them they're going to foster care.
Jesus, they did
God,
nothing wrong.
Josh. That should be your That should be your present for your 18th birthday to yourself. Is come clean and throw your mom under the bus.
That's 2 years though. I would fucking
Yeah,
Sometimes
dude,
you gotta play.
I would
sometimes
immediately
you gotta play the long game. I don't know. Just kidding.
leave the state as soon as you can.
Exactly.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to hit a break. And after that, we'll be right back with 2 more Am I the Asshole stories. And then we got our Patreon bonus stories. So stay tuned.
What's up, Wikimaniacs? Support for today's episode comes from True Classic. This brand new sponsor has the absolute best fitting t-shirts a man can buy. Finding the right t-shirt with a little bit of a dad bod is incredibly frustrating. Trust me, I know. Most t-shirts are either way too tight on your gut or look way too big and boxy. You're not in high school anymore, my guy, and it's time to upgrade. True Classic has already helped over 2 million men finally get a better fit at an affordable price. Our listeners get access to the best deal they offer. For a limited time only, you can get 25% off with the code Reddit at trueclassic.com. Again, that's promo code Reddit at trueclassic.com. Let's tell you a story right now, okay? So almost all men's t-shirts are designed to look good on skinny models with six packs. But most of us, including myself, aren't packing anything but a few beers. Or in my case, boba. Fellas, you are wearing the wrong clothes, let me tell you that. True Classics tees taper off towards the bottom, but they fit tighter around the chest, shoulders, and it's time to highlight your best attributes with a t-shirt you can always confidently throw on. Wicked Maniacs, you know I pride myself in being a short king, but even though I am royalty, it is very difficult for me to find proper size clothing. Whether shirts are too small, too tight, too loose, but True Classic is just the perfect fit for me and my body that's fueled by boba and rice. Not only are you finally getting a t-shirt designed for the male body, but the first thing you'll notice is how soft it is. It's daddy material, baby. Get ready to make a thrift shop run because you won't be able to go back to cheap materials once you try these on. True Classic doesn't just stop at t-shirts. They are your one-stop shop for men's essentials, super easy and simple to fill out your wardrobe. From polos and workout shirts with the same flattering fit to boxer briefs designed with a pouch to keep your bulge nice and comfortable, all of their gear is top-notch quality at reasonable prices. They have this dope pack builder on their website where you can actually custom bundle all of your essential products and save even more than the discount we're offering you today. And for any of the big boys out there, they have long body options for the tall guys and up to XXXL on their staple colors. Whether you have abs or flabs, their clothes look great on all body types. Let's stop beer belly shaming with better clothes. So yes, dads, listen up. The ladies listening know exactly what we're talking about too. Big dudes, small dudes, my dudes. True Classic has you covered. So it's about time you learn how to dress yourself properly. Upgrade your wardrobe with True Classic. Get 25% off at trueclassic.com with the promo code Reddit. Again, that's promo code Reddit. Free shipping included on purchases over $100. 100% risk-free guarantee with a 30-day return policy. Stay classy with True Classic. Your dad bod will thank you.
All right, we are back. We are moving on to our next story. I don't actually know if I'm trying to decide whether this one was listener submitted or not. I don't think I updated where these were from, so I apologize if you submitted this, but I think this might be just a Reddit story. So
Get off Josh's back, guys. He has a lot on his plate.
He does.
He's stressed all the time, guys. That's why he lashes out at us
constantly. Yeah,
He hasn't lashed out at us today, so we're good.
Yeah, no.
That's true.
Last episode was big Monday energy.
I'm trying to make amends for that. I've been mean to Sean, so now I just try and repress it.
Hold it in.
Yeah,
Save it for a
blow
future
up
episode.
another day.
yeah. I'll just die earlier. That's fine.
Toxic masculinity.
No, I got to get the Get Therapy shirt. That's
Get
what I gotta
therapy,
do.
right?
There it is.
So, am I the asshole for calling my brother a disgusting, gross man at his daughter's birthday party?
Oh, golly.
What a time.
Coming out swinging.
Jesus. All
So-
right, let's hear this shit.
My brother, Paul, and I are not close at all. We have very different worldviews and have incompatible personalities. I can tolerate him, but I would never consider him a friend. He's been married to...
Sorry, that made me laugh. Well, no shit's your brother. Fuck.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, he says brother, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's like, well, why would you wouldn't consider him a friend? Well, no, because he's your brother.
You can have your brothers can be friends.
I'm
well,
friends
I
with
don't
my
know.
sisters.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. I don't have siblings, so I don't know. Okay, leave me alone.
Stay out of this, John. You don't know anything.
Sorry.
Yeah, John, you're off of this story, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, you can absolutely be friends with your siblings. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes you're not. So that's okay. Anyway, so he's been married to Lisa for 1 or 2 years now, and they have a beautiful daughter together. My girlfriend Amy and I were invited to celebrate my niece's first birthday. Most of the family was invited, and it would be the first time I had seen them all together. I only see my family once or twice a year, with a few exceptions. Amy and I arrived a little earlier than we were supposed to, and instead of waiting in the car, we decided to go in. That's a good thing. I think it'd be weird if you just waited in the car.
All creepy and shit.
Yeah, just for like 15 minutes until people showed up. That'd be weird.
Sometimes I do that if I'm in the middle of a podcast, though. I'll be like, I don't
That's
really
true.
want to like see people, and I'm in
But
the
that's
middle of some
different,
shit.
I think that's
Yeah,
different,
that's
right?
Yeah.
Like, I do that too, for sure. The first thing I notice is how calm my brother seems to be, in contrast to Lisa, who was frantically running up and down. When he saw Amy, he immediately handed the baby over to her and got a beer to sit down and watch TV. Jesus.
The
What a
worst.
dad.
Yeah. Lisa was clearly struggling, and he was content with a beer and Netflix. I didn't want to be rude, and maybe this was a one-time thing, but it bothered me how uninvolved he was. He handed Amy a baby with a full diaper and vomit on its clothes. Yeah. Eventually, Amy, Lisa, and I finished everything. The house was clean, the food was ready, and Lisa was ready to host a big gathering. We all paid zero attention to Paul. When my family arrived, I thought everything was going well. I avoided Paul and enjoyed speaking to my family. After we all sat down to eat, Paul approached me, drunk, thanking me for helping Lisa. I did not want to be around him for long and moved out of his way. He was very persistent. I was ignoring him, but then he started talking about Amy, saying, "Protect Amy like a real man," or "You've got a great woman by your side." It was slightly odd and mildly uncomfortable, but I was able to brush it away. Amy was trying to sober him up a little bit before the cake cutting, so she was selectively hearing. We tried to get him to stop talking and drink water. However, he had a lot to say about Lisa. He was complaining about how pregnancy ruined Lisa's body
Oh, fuck this.
and
guy.
how a baby ruined his life.
Oh, no.
boy.
Oh,
Yeah,
you helped
you're-
that kid. You fucking
You're not the asshole. You're definitely not the asshole.
Paul's the asshole.
Paul's
the
definitely,
asshole,
you know.
yeah.
Paul's the devil. Holy shit. Amy and I kept looking at each other awkwardly, and we were soon going to leave him be. We didn't leave the conversation soon enough, though. He was complaining about his sex life, or lack thereof, and commenting on how desperately he wanted to have sex with someone fit like Amy.
Oh, bro, I would
Oh.
swing at Paul.
Fuck no.
Fucking
Jesus.
get these hands, Paul.
I think,
Holy-
yeah, I think I would throw a punch. I think I would immediately throw a punch.
Yeah, it's no wonder you're not friends with this piece of shit. Holy. So this made both of us extremely uncomfortable. Amy left, quickly apologizing to Lisa. I told him that he was a disgusting, gross man who needed some fucking help before I left. Apparently this made him super upset, and he started wailing at the party. Paul told everyone the reason he was crying was because of my words to him. He got over it
he's
quickly.
crying.
What a
Shit.
bitch. He got over it quickly, but a few people told me I was wrong to shame a father on his child's birthday.
Fuck no.
No.
I could have probably left without making a statement. Am I the asshole?
Fuck no.
No.
He needed to hear that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you don't
if-
verbalize that at all.
Well, you don't even think that. I think
You don't even
most
think that.
good
Yeah.
people wouldn't.
Like,
Um,
okay, I can't even understand your frustrations. Like, my guy, like, you helped make this kid happen. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Come on, man. And you're not even helping. You're just being a piece of shit, drinking your beer, watching Netflix, bro. Like, come on now.
Yeah. How did it ruin your life? It doesn't sound like it affects your life at all
Sounds
because
like
you don't
your life is pretty chill, man.
do
Netflix
anything.
and beer all the time.
piece of shit.
No.
Don't change diapers. Don't change babies' clothes.
Yeah, it's
And
too bad
clean
your
for the
wife has to
party.
change your diaper and the baby's diaper because you're a little
Exactly.
baby. Jesus. Yeah, man, this guy sucks, and I feel bad for Lisa being stuck with this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like he sounds very misogynistic and like just like a terrible partner. Just to talk about your partner openly to, about that when she's there, she's at the party with him. So
yeah, everybody's mad about like the brother making the remarks about, to
Yeah,
a father
why?
on their daughter's. The father was making remarks about the mother at the daughter's
Yeah.
birthday. So it's like turn around is fair game. I don't know what the fucking phrase is. I'm too bad to think about it, but some shit like that. You know what I'm trying to say?
I think so. I don't. Maybe.
No, I kind of get where I get where you're coming from, bro.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah,
Go
I don't know
off,
what the saying
go
you're trying to say is, but yeah, this guy absolutely needed to hear what you said. I mean, like John and Sean said, they would have hit you, so it's probably the easiest
I'm
to get
surprised.
off.
I'm surprised he didn't throw some like.
It's mature.
Yeah.
It's a mature of you to not fucking
Throw
throw
hands.
hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking flying knee.
yeah.
I would have
and-
dumped the cake on your ass. Yeah, shit. He says,
Yeah,
The
and
daughter
what-
gotta have the cake. It would have just been fist.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I want my niece to have her cake.
Damn, I'm an asshole then.
Am I the asshole?
For throwing a cake at this piece of shit. Yeah, and what he said was pretty mild. He said you're a disgusting, gross man who needs some fucking help. Like,
And he
none of
started
that
crying. He
is.
started crying.
Yeah, but none of what you said is wrong. Like everything you said
Right.
is correct. He does need help, and he is disgusting. So, was he crying because he finally realized what a piece of shit he was? Probably not. He probably just wanted to get the attention and I guess he got it from some people in your family, but I'd probably explain the situation to the family members that are telling you that you're the asshole. So
Who the fuck gets plastered like that in their own daughter's party? Like, come on, man. Like, you're supposed to be helping out.
yeah.
I will say definitely help out. I won't judge on getting plastered at a child's birthday. You should definitely help out setting up, cleaning up afterwards, but getting plastered at the birthday party.
Yeah.
There's times where it's acceptable.
It's not the worst thing he did that day. So it might have loosened his lips, I guess, which caused most of the issues. So maybe if you're like that, don't do that. But there's nothing wrong with, some drinks.
Yeah, I say that as somebody who's been plastered at a child's birthday party.
I kind of figured.
Sean's like, no one I knew. Just some kid I showed up in a park or something.
They look like they were having a good time, serving drinks.
So not the asshole. It sounds like you need to, have a serious conversation with your brother. But anyway, we're going to move on to our final Am I the Asshole story. So this one definitely came from someone as well. I apologize, guys. I forgot to put in who these came from.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, if you submitted this, I appreciate it. And if you submitted the last one, also appreciate it.
If you submitted any of these, you can let us know on the Reddit or on our Discord. There's so many ways to talk to us. TikTok, probably not the best way to get to us.
Because we don't see anything.
Because it's a lot.
Blood.
But Discord and the subreddit, I feel like, especially if you tag us on Discord, good way for us to see it for sure.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's the only way Sean pops up on Discord is if you tag his name.
100%.
And actually, what you could do if you did submit these last two stories, you can tag me and be like, "Am I the asshole for not giving credit?"
There you go.
Yeah.
And I am. I apologize.
We will give credit if y'all let us know.
Yeah,
For sure.
So this is another Reddit story. I know that for sure. So, am I the asshole for going to a different hotel room during my vacation with my husband?
Like together with the husband, or
Yeah, they
separate
went
from
on-
the husband.
They went on a vacation together, but they
She got a
chose
hotel.
to sleep separately.
Wait, say it again. You they slept separately. I'm sorry. I'm a dumbass right now. Like,
I'll explain it. So they went on a vacation together, and then she
Okay.
got a different hotel during the vacation.
Oh, like not even a different room or like just completely different hotel.
Well, it could have just been a different room. I'm not 100% sure on
Okay,
that.
I was like, God damn, that's a lot of degrees of separation there.
I don't even want to be in the same block as you.
I will say, what do you call it? I forget what show I was watching. It's probably some stupid comedy, but they were like, they had the best sleep they had in years when they were sleeping alone and not with their spouse or something like that.
I know
So
that
maybe
is
it's
a
just
thing.
it's like I'm on vacation. I sleep with you every day. Let me try and get some sleep the other way.
Kind of sick of you.
Yeah.
I'd
Well,
be
not sick of you. I don't know.
I'd be snoring like a motherfucker, so I wouldn't be surprised if my wife was like, "Yeah, I want to sleep separate room." Okay, but she won't. She won't though.
She'd be like, you have to leave.
Yeah, I'll leave.
All right, well, let's get into the details. So it was our first real vacation since 2020, and my first with just my husband and I in over 10 years.
Damn.
Our daughter, Annie, 17, was left home alone. For some reason, recently, Annie can do no right in my husband's eyes. Dress, music, chores. He has deemed her irresponsible. It is the furthest from the truth. She has a summer job and makes good grades, and she is in fact kind of a hermit for her age. Unbeknownst to me, my husband set the hot water heater to refill only once a day while we are gone. I did not know you could do that. So.
What the hell?
Yeah. So like if you use all the hot water that day, then it
They
doesn't
ain't gonna
fill
be no
up.
more hot water.
Exactly.
What kind of bullshit is that? Is this
Yeah,
for
I
like
should check if
extreme
my-
cheapskate or what?
Yeah.
One shower a day. That's it.
I'm trying to think. I think mine is instant hot water, so it's not like a tank. So I
Ah.
don't even think you can do that. But anyway, sorry. Annie did some dishes and laundry. She took a shower, and when the water was cold, she was upset and thought she broke it and called us panicking. My husband yelled at her for wasting on our hot water and telling her how irresponsible she was and made her cry. I got madder than I ever have in this marriage and basically said most parents would love to have a 17-year-old like Annie. We argued and screamed all night, so the next day, I left the resort to a little hotel down the street, so different hotel.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
My husband has been trying to call me, and I told Annie to block her father and not pay attention to him. My husband is mad about the wasted money on this vacation, but I can't even stand to look at him over an argument over something so stupid and preventable. So am I the asshole?
Fuck no. Your
I'm saying
husband's
no.
a dick, bro. Like
Yeah.
hot water. You gonna be tripping about hot water The
Yeah.
fuck?
Like she says she's doing laundry and dishes and then having a
Yeah.
shower. Like that's pretty good for like a kid, like doing
That's a
chores and stuff.
responsible 17-year-old.
Yeah, I was about to say, seems
my
pretty
parents
responsible.
would have
Yeah.
told me like, "Hey, I need you to wash the dishes, do laundry." At 17, I'm like, "No, I'm gonna go out and fucking party tonight." What you mean?
Oh my God, John.
I was a terrible like teenager. Holy shit! Sorry, mom and dad. I was bad.
Oh God, we need to get Q&As for that next time,
No.
guys.
Yeah, for real.
I was a piece of shit. But yeah, like, come on, like and that's unfair for the daughter too. It's kind of like
Yeah.
you can't do no right. Like, of course, like 17-year-olds, that's an age of like discovery, trying to find, yourself. But they're home doing chores while you're on
Yeah.
vacation. Ain't gonna be tripping over hot water. You piece of shit. I hate this guy.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked. And she sounds like the mom in her recording of the daughter. It sounds like she's a great daughter. Like she gets grades, good
Yeah.
grades.
Got a job.
Got a job.
She's
She's
a dumb shit 17-year-old, bro. Like, oh
Yeah.
my God. I was like passed out. I don't even know where I wake up half the time when I was 17. Like,
oh my
God
God.
damn.
Good God, you're a
Jesus.
different person.
I'm very
if you-
domesticated now.
If you were the kid in this situation, John, it might be a different story. But
I would have fucked that house up with a party. What you mean?
oh my God, that's funny. But yeah, so not the asshole. Your husband definitely needs to learn to treat your daughter with some respect. And like, that's going to just cause complex, like your daughter to have some sort of complex when she grows up that she just never feels like she's accomplished anything.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, I feel like a lot of us have that because it's like, you get home from school and it's like, oh, you got a B. Why wasn't it an A or something like that? It's the same vibe,
Oh,
right?
Josh, you're Asian too?
I was about to say, Josh had Asian parents.
No.
You're an
This
Asian.
changes everything.
I had parents that thought I was smarter than I was at school.
They're like, you're not a Bijan, you're an Asian. No, why you have B's?
Caucasian, baby.
C's gets degrees, mom.
Yeah, so it's definitely going to cause some issues in your daughter's life later on. So he definitely needs to fix his attitude towards your daughter. So not the asshole, in my opinion. Sean, did you have anything to say? I don't know if you actually said something. Yeah.
Oh no, I mean John pretty much got it covered, and so did you. I mean, has a job, getting good grades, doing chores at the house. Why are you fucking complaining? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like John has said, 17-year-olds could be fucking shitheads. They could fucking suck. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like you're taking your daughter for granted. And also, you're on vacation. You shouldn't be worried about any of that shit anyways.
Exactly.
Also, to scream at your wife about this, just fucking tell your daughter how to turn the hot water on.
Yeah.
And just admit you were wrong. You ruined your own vacation. Don't fucking go off on your wife about
Limits
how
hot
she's
water.
wasting money, blah, blah, blah. You fucked it up yourself, my guy.
Yeah, this dude's an idiot. By trying to save money with water, he lost money on a vacation. So
That's all I needed.
yeah, you're an idiot. And yeah, you're 100% right. He just needs to take ownership and realize that he's in the wrong in the situation. So not the asshole. Hopefully he learns and becomes a better father and husband at that.
Facts.
All right, that is it for this episode. What did you think, Wikimaniacs? Were these people assholes? Let us know down in the comments on YouTube or Discord, Reddit, TikTok, wherever you can find us. You can leave a comment. We'll gladly read it if we can. So if you want to hear more, please consider subscribing to the show and giving us a rating and review on whatever platform you are on, or you can share the podcast with a friend. And don't forget, we had 2 Am I the Asshole stories this week, and going forward, every Friday, we will have 2 Patreon bonus episodes, so you can support us and get those, as well as ad-free episodes at patreon.com/Cultivate Podcast Network, and sign up to get those bonuses. Thank you, Sean and John, for coming on today, and thank you, Wikimaniacs, for listening to another episode. We will see you on Monday. Bye.
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 Thanks for in fucking, I don't know.
Great power. For the 5th time, it's your boy Sean coming at